beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Did you miss me? I hope yes, because it's been 2 weeks already since I've uploaded my Saturday booktube video. So if you haven't watched that yet, it's just here or maybe linked on the eye icon above. So what was the reason why I didn't upload it last week? Because I was so busy with school. We had quizzes, we had projects, reportings, etc. When I say school in general, I mean, you know what I mean already. And today is another type of video because I'll be talking about 4 books today that I've read recently. So do not worry, even though I am really busy with school, I still find the time to read my books. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Let's get started. Ready, get set, and let's get started. Wait, that's my outro. And now I'm putting it as my intro. Anyway, yes. Welcome back to
Okay guys, take it from the top. Louder.
A 1, 2.
Sachi YouTube channel. What's YouTube? Oh my gosh, this bracelet. Talking about book number 1, we have We Were Liars.
Okay, taking an early break from here because I didn't notice I had a lot of commercial breaks. Sorry guys, sorry.
We Were Liars by E. Lockhart was one of the books that I read right after I bought discounted books from the Jury bookstore, or right after I made this video. So yes. So with We Were Liars, I find it thrilling to read it because of the writing style of the author. Not only I appreciate the story, well, to be honest, there are some factors that I like about the story and there are some factors that I didn't like about the story. But let's talk about the writing of the author first. So what I like particularly by E. Lockhart's writing is the division of the chapters. Like, legit, you guys, her chapters are really short. Her longest chapter would be 2 pages long or maybe 1 page long. And I am really a big fan on how she divides her chapters, because in particular, you guys, when I am reading other books and if they just have this very long chapters, I tend to get lazy reading the next chapter ahead because I don't know, but it was just so long and reading it needs a lot of effort. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you could relate to me, but that's how I feel whenever I am reading a book with long chapters. But this one, it changed the game because it is a page turner, okay? But it really makes you curious also on what happened during the summer of the protagonist in the story. In the synopsis, we are following a group of elites. More likely, these people are teenagers. So this is the Sinclair family and they own this very prestigious island wherein it surrounds their own villages. So that's how rich they are. And we're talking about an accident that had happened here, which is a mystery, and we're trying to find what happened during that accident. So in particular, what I hate about this book is that it's just focused on the family's wealth. I don't know, apart from this book is of course talking about their bondings as a family, etc., how they connect as a family, but other than that, they are showcasing their problems, the rich people problems when it comes to wealth, like when your grandfather died, or maybe when the oldest member in the family dies, there's always the question who will get the inheritance. So that is like one of the main point of the story when you come across to the end. And can I tell you guys, the plot twist in this was very well written.
Undeniably talented.
Like, I didn't expect that coming. And to be honest, I am also aware that there's going to be a plot twist in the end. And I just didn't imagine that it would be that Wow. Okay, I'm just putting my words into expressions because I don't really know how you exactly describe that feeling. It's just blow-minding, especially the plot twist. And I enjoyed my company here when I was reading this. So yeah, that is all about We Were Liars.
There were, like I told you a while back, that there are parts that I like about it, and there are also parts that I didn't like about it.
But in general, this was a great thriller book. It's actually a psychology thriller. At first, you wouldn't know it was a thriller until you get to the end of it. If you have the time and if it's available on your local bookstore, you might as well get it because it only has like 200 plus pages and the book is just short. So if you have the time, honey, grab that book and buy this, okay? Buy this. And the next book is a crowd's favorite. Every booktuber that enjoys the genre of fantasy would recommend this book, and it recently became a Netflix TV show. Well, this is no other than Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Imagine this book was published way before. I'm not sure with the year. I'll just insert it here. And then like it was published before and it's still hyped up until the present day. So because of my curiosity, I started reading Shadow and Bone. And let me tell you, guys, this changed the game when it comes to fantasy genres. And I am not kidding. Although I have several comments about this book which I didn't like. I had a hard time adjusting to read this book. For the reason being, whenever I am reading books, the author gives us the physical attributes of that character, the name of the character, the setting that we are going to start with, etc, etc. But this book started out a bit hard to remember or might be a bit hard to imagine. The reason why I had a hard time in adjusting in this book is that there are many names that were hard to mention, the names of the characters except for Alina, and so much more. And my note about this book is that I could not seem to get what the author wants me to imagine. I mean, it's hard to picture. Whenever you're reading a book, it's really hard to picture the exact same thing that the author wants you to imagine. And yeah, I just really had a hard time. And for my experience, instead of falling in love with our main character, Alina, I was just simping for an old man, which is no other than the Darkling. Oh my gosh, I feel so embarrassed to say that in front of you guys. I mean, like, the chemistry between him and Alina, at first I was really rooting for them. I kept on searching for fan arts because I want to see more that will happen. But then we reached to the part that was really unexpected. For Darkling to do, which is taking an advantage for Alina. Oh, spoilers by the way, okay? Spoilers by the way. It was just shocking because I really thought it was Darkling and Alina from start to finish, but the Darkling has another thing in mind, which is just using Alina for her powers just to reach his goal. And I was disappointed when I read that part, okay? I was literally disappointed. I was like, what, Darkling? I mean, you could do better. I mean, there's already a romantic chemistry between you two. You don't have to do that. He has a lot of bad intentions for Alina, but nevertheless, that's how the story goes. And with the writing of the author, I could really say that it is magical. There were little elements that were outshined in the story. So that's all I can talk about Shadow and Bone, and I couldn't wrap up my thoughts about this yet because I still haven't read Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. So maybe after I will read these two books, I will tell you guys my whole thoughts about the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and might as well, if I enjoy this trilogy, I'll be getting the next set of books, which is the Six of Crows and the Crooked Kingdom. Okay guys, so the next book that I am going to show you is no other than Siege and Storm. But I have a quick confession. I DNF'd this book. I did not finish reading it because the timing was bad, okay? When I read this book, there were a lot of schoolworks to be done. There were a lot of quizzes to be reviewed, and it just clashed. So I did not have the time to finish this book at all. But if you're going to ask me, Sachi, now you have the free time, and why don't you finish this book? Well, here's the thing. During that week, we went to Juror Bookstore, which is this video, and then I just got carried away, and I'm just excited in reading We Were Liars. So by the time that I bought this book, I just left it there on the corner, and I feel so sorry with this book because I know that she feels lonely now. But hopefully by the time that I finish reading my newly bought books, I will be going back to this book again and finish the Shadow and Bone trilogy, since I also want to make a video about that for the longest time. So the next book is what I am currently reading, and this will be the last book that I'm going to share with you guys. It is no other than The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, and I'm planning to do a vlog about this, which is I'm currently doing. So yes, as you can see on my face, I'm really excited sharing to you guys what is this book all about, because it's just full of magic and wonders. And I did not expect that I will be loving this book so much. So there you have it, The Midnight Library. This is one of the books that I was not expecting to get, because all of a sudden it just went available in my local bookstore, and I just literally grabbed it, you guys, because I've been waiting for a long time to have this book on my hands and read it as is. Okay, so what about The Midnight Library? My thoughts about this book is just amazing. I started reading this book a week ago, and the start is just so good, because there were a lot of quotes that were written by Sylvia Plath, and then there is another favorite quote of mine. It's just like after 2 pages, I already have a book tab mark on this page because it was really good, and I want to share it to you guys. So between life and death, there is a library, she said, and within that library, the shelves go on forever. Every book provides a chance to try another life you could have lived, to see how things you would be if you made other choices. Would you have done anything different if you had a chance to undo your regrets?
So amazing, and I would play it again and again and again and again.
So that's the concept of this book. We are following a protagonist named Nora, wherein she's about to end her life, but suddenly when she made that decision, she had this dream, or maybe an imagination, that she's in the Midnight Library, wherein there are many books around her. Of course, it's a library. What's a library without books, okay? So there were a lot of books, and each book contains the life that she could have lived if she made a different choice. So that's the part wherein it got interesting, and that's also the part that made me wish that this fiction book was true. So yeah, I will not be diving more on my thoughts about this book because it's still in the process of reading, you guys. And as you can see, at the very first part, there are a lot of book tabs already. So this book is just a masterpiece. But I don't know, is it early for you to judge a book, or is it early for me to say that this book is a masterpiece? Because I'm still halfway of the book, I did not finish it yet. But you will know if this book is a masterpiece, if you will stay tuned on my next book vlog or reading vlog, which is the Midnight Library, and I'm so excited to share to you guys my thoughts about this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for making till the end of this video. I hope that you will like and subscribe, and do not forget, you guys, do not forget this saying, because I miss saying this saying. What? Because I miss saying my outro, okay? Let us say together. Ready, get set, and start reading. Bye! See you on my next video.